Hello, I'm Becky Norton with the Spirit of 76 Museum in Wellington, Ohio, and with me today is Jenny Arns, who is the director of Main Street, and usually the behind the camera gal. I just said that in another video, but it's true. You've come from behind.
I'm showing my face.
Yes. Well, if some
There's
of you,
a real person.
Yes, that's right. If some of you have been following us, you know that we have been on the road lately. We were at the fairgrounds with the outhouse, and we were at the library, which I kept calling the museum. We were there, and today we're back at the museum, and we are in our library, which we don't usually film in here, but it's a nice quiet place, and
nice.
It's good. Well, we have been concentrating on endowments and the legacy that endowments leave, or that you can leave with your money, because it stays in the endowment and it never leaves. You only get to spend the interest on it.
Right.
But what we really wanted to talk about today is the Connect to a Cause.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. This Thursday, which is September 15th, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is this event.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is it a crowdfunding event, it's also a great way to learn about 74 different nonprofit organizations in Lorain County and all the great work that they're doing. And there's such a variety. There are food pantries, there's museums, there's main streets, there's some churches.
Yes.
It's just amazing. The Good Nights organization. And so on this day, if you log on to peoplewhocare.org, and actually their Facebook page, I think, does the live feed. There are live interviews. I believe you and Barb are going to be interviewed.
I think Patty Shellhouse, who is another board member, because Barb and I were both busy that day. But I think that's the plan.
Wonderful. Well, there will be live interviews. There will also be a lot of us, like myself. I taped a 5-minute interview to talk about Main Street. And so it's just a wonderful way to introduce you to a lot of county, or a lot of nonprofits in the county. Obviously, it's meant to be a crowdfunding.
Yes.
We both have endowments, and I know someone had asked me how much of this money that I'm donating goes into your endowment. Every single organization has to put at least 25% of what is earned that day into their endowment. And you can choose to put more into it, but I know many of us are struggling with operating funds as well.
Very much so.
So all of the money does come back to the organization. But keep in mind too, giving on that day, we earn additional monies. There's like a big pot of money that they split between all 74 of us. So the more that you raise, the higher your cut is. And so that's why there's such a big deal about this Connect to a Cause.
Yes. Well, and the important thing to remember too is that everyone wants to grow their endowment, because the more money that is in your particular endowment gives you more interest throughout the years, so that you can use it for whatever you need to use it for. I know we talked about how the school endowment works. In our endowments, we have a check from the interest, and then we can spend it on whatever it is that we need to spend it on. But like we've said, the main endowment money, the initial donation, I guess you want to say, is never spent. And that's the wonderful thing about the endowments, is that the money accumulates, and then you can take the interest from it, so that your principal is never touched.
Right.
Which is a good thing.
Right. And there's several ways to donate. The bulk of people will choose to go online that day to peoplewhocare.org. Also, I believe both of us have sent little QR codes. If you're really techie, you can just take a picture of that and go right there. But they will have what they call a grants catalog set up. And it's almost like you're looking at an order form, and it starts with A through Z.
Now, if I wanted to donate money to Main Street Wellington, how are you listed in the catalog?
I believe Main Street Wellington.
Okay.
So it is in alphabetical order, so you will need to go.
We were just having a discussion about the Spirit of 76 Museum, because our governing body, so to speak, besides the Board of Trustees, is the Southern Lorain County Historical Society. So if you happen to see that, but you don't see the museum, it's all one and the same.
So it'll be
So
either
you could-
SO or SP. So you'll be in the
Yes.
S's.
Or yes, we might get it changed back to Spirit of 76 Museum, because that's how we're known.
Right.
More commonly, I guess, would be the thing.
Now, if you're one of the many who don't feel as comfortable spending money online, you can also write a check. There are different forms that if you wanted to write one check to multiple organizations, that form would allow you to say $5 goes to
Main Street.
$5 goes to the museum, $5 goes to Boys and Girls Club or the
whatever,
Urban
yes.
League, things like that. So there's that, and I believe as long as everything is postmarked by that day, September 15th, that it will be counted. So there is a live celebration that evening. I think it starts at 6 or maybe 6:30, where they will be announcing the initial figures that everyone raised, but also there are prizes that are awarded based on, it's very complicated, but
we
you
won't
don't
go
have to
into
worry
all
about
of
that.
but
But there are different
some
prizes.
additional monies and
Right.
prizes that the organizations can win,
Right.
depending on the number of people.
Right.
Correct.
The number of people that donate.
Yes.
So, like, your grandma can't donate to Main Street 20 times. It would only be counted as one person. So it's based on individuals.
You can't game the system. We could
So
try, but
far
so
we
far
haven't figured it
somebody might figure it out. But it is such a worthy cause. It doesn't matter who you wish to donate to. Perhaps you want to donate to an Amherst group or an Illyria group or whatever. Of course, Jenny and I want you to donate to our causes, but it's important to support, and I think to support your community, and it's a legacy for children and grandchildren that this money will be available to the organizations in the future. So
definitely. And
Yes.
the Community Foundation of Lorain County sets
Yes.
up this amazing event, and this is the third year that they've
Yes.
had it, the third year that we've both been a part of it, and we're hoping that more of the Wellington endowments will choose to be a part of the 2023 Connect to Our
Yes.
Cause.
and hopefully the library also. I
Yes.
know that they didn't this year, but hopefully that they
Right.
will in the past.
Right.
And of course, the more money that the Community Foundation has invested, the more return each group will end up getting.
Right.
Of course, depending on how much they have in their endowment.
Exactly.
Right.
And we know money is tight everywhere, but if there's even
Yes.
$5 will help,
Yes.
will really
Yes.
help. So,
Don't forget, it's this Thursday,
Thursday.
September 15th, 2022.
and you can't get into the grants catalog before 8 a.m. I mean, it is like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So synchronize your watches, put messages on your phone, tape something to your mirror, a string on your finger, whatever it is you need. Remember,
Yes.
this Thursday.
And you can always send in a check too, as long as it's there before the end of business on September 15th, or it can be postmarked by then. So thank you so much, and look for Jenny and me to be somewhere else next video.
And
Thank
I guess
you.
if any of you have any suggestions of
Yes.
items you'd like to learn about, I know I have learned so much by working with Becky on these videos, and I'm always amazed at all the history that we have down here.
We do. Wellington is very much a history.
Yeah.
What do I want to say? Gold mine. I think
There we
is probably
go.
the best way.
Yeah,
So come visit us in person if you get a chance. Jenny's usually around, and I'm in and out. So thank you so much. Don't forget, our endowments are important. Thank you for your support.
All right.